It's the Rundown. Today it's brought to you by Barstool Golf Time Supreme. You can book your next tee time by downloading the new Barstool Golf Tee Time app. It's available in the App Store for free. You can build reward points. You can get exclusive Barstool merch discounts. You got cool shit like this. I mean, the Barstool for the foreplay.
That's a good swing.
Yeah. Former foreplay intern.
That's right.
That's
pretty
right.
much
Yeah.
his career. You're one of those guys who just stands there and does his practices his swing. Yep, there you go. There it is. Beautiful. This guy's
It was a
got
chip
the
shot.
golf
It was a
time.
chip shot. Yeah.
He's got the Tee Time app. You can, like I said, get the reward points, get the discounts by booking more rounds. If you submit your course reviews, you build up your score. So it's kind of like an interactive thing that's going to help your golf career and golf game. So book your next tee time by downloading the new Barstool Golf Time app. We'll start with Monday Night Football. Shout out to Tommy. Woo! Monday Night Football. Who played?
The Cardinals and the Colts.
Was there any basis for that guess?
No.
Doing two C's. Cardinals.
It was two S's.
Yeah.
Close.
Seahawks.
And?
The Saints?
Yeah!
Really? But what's more important, all three of us were kind of like, yeah, whatever, we don't care about the game. But
I
everybody,
mean, when you have a Monday Night Football game when no starting quarterbacks are playing, it's hard to get interest. That's why you just watch the Manning cast.
the Jets are going to end up with like
What was the final?
two top five
13-7,
picks.
13-10?
13-10.
13-10. You didn't miss anything.
If the Seahawks keep playing Geno Smith, the Jets are going to end up with like two top five picks and still suck. They're going to blow. Imagine. I mean, I'm almost hoping they don't get. They're going to get like the 2 and like the 7, and I'm almost afraid because they're still not going to be good. Like at this point, I don't even want the draft picks because then you have no excuse. Then you just suck.
I mean, you got Robert Saleh, who
Has 7 kids.
has 7 kids.
That's all I
and
keep saying about
I think there's some success behind the Saleh name. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we got the wrong Salah.
He spells it wrong. That's his problem.
Yeah.
But the Manning
The
cast.
Manning
was-
cast.
The Manning
but
cast.
everybody
Yeah,
here
like
did
literally
see
the football game.
the
was
Manning
good.
cast. Everyone saw Marshawn Lynch. Oh, that's fucked up. Or what the fuck did he say? And you know,
Marshawn Lynch is the most casually cool and casually funny person alive.
he was kind of just like lounging, right? He wasn't like.
he like did it like, and like he doesn't. It does. I wasn't surprised. I saw like on the Monday Night Countdown pregame, which is insane by the way. On the Monday Night Countdown pregame, they have like during commercial breaks, like 2 minutes and 30 seconds until Monday Night Countdown's back. Like, who is watching that commercial being like, when the fuck is Steve Young gonna be back on my TV? Who needs that bad?
Not
Like,
that, but the Manning cast would.
There's people
you know what I
out
mean?
there,
I mean,
yeah.
the
The
Manning,
cast, yes,
is,
but-
is the draw.
The reason I brought that up is because on Monday Night Countdown there was a different interview with Peyton and Marshawn, and like Peyton was dressed exactly like Peyton was dressed, and Marshawn was dressed exactly like Marshawn was dressed. Like Peyton was in like I don't know stupid sunglasses that like he probably got at a gas station like all dads do, and a button-down shirt tucked into his jeans.
Shorts, jeans, yeah.
And Marshawn was in like I don't know baggy basketball shorts, the baggy t-shirt, and a winter hat. And it looks like he went from that just to the bar. And then
Right
into
onto
the Manning
Manning
cast.
cast, yeah.
Just
You-
like just
That's
casually
what
leaning
people
back.
want.
Yeah.
They finally got it right. It's what it's like what we've been doing with electric chairs for years. Then Tom Brady pops on. They talk a little more about the ball.
Which I mean,
I mean, we got that guy a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I think there's like a strong chance we got that guy a Bitcoin.
it happened fast, but we were saying it earlier yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I think you put the video out, and then probably a half hour later, something like that.
I mean, it was like enough time for Tom Brady, who we know like sees things, who would probably watch a video about himself and then be like, "That was a good idea."
Yeah,
How much
just,
is a Bitcoin worth right now?
Like 63 grand last night, probably something like that.
Yeah. So I mean, it's still a far cry from people saying you could have got 500 grand, but. First of all, you never really know if you're going to be able to auction that off and get 500.
And also,
the,
like,
the auctioneers take it.
You go to a football
that's
game
it.
and you leave, and Tom Brady knows who you are, and you're $60,000 richer.
That's almost
That's
a
awesome.
thing. Like I
That's
would
really cool.
He also got the Bucks. Also,
They
Season
sweeten
tickets for like
stepped
2
up season.
years, right?
Yeah, only 2. I just give him. Who gives a fuck? Give him lifetime season tickets.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
suck again soon.
Right.
As soon as Tom Brady retires,
It's
no
like
one's gonna give a fuck
there's
again.
also 2 goddamn seats. And the whole,
Yeah.
it's such an opportunity. That's what Tom Brady did. Like it's an opportunity to be like the good guy here and get some good PR.
He got Mike Evans cleats, right?
Yeah,
That's cool.
I don't give a shit about any of those things. So like they kept adding, the cleats and the helmet and then this and that. It's like some people love that and you can make a little bit of cash off that. That's cool. But anything other than just like money or something like season tickets is like something really nice.
Season tickets, cool, yeah.
But then pow, Bitcoin and FTX is down with it, of course. It's just Tom Brady knows what he's doing.
I also loved. I didn't see any highlights from Drew Brees actually, which is surprising. The only guy who works in media, there wasn't anything interesting he said. But
He's
Sue
not very
Bird.
interesting.
He's not. He's also
I don't
very
know
short.
why he was like ushered right in.
Does
you
his
know?
son still wear those headphones?
The Sue Bird, I love though when they asked her, they're like, Sue, what are you looking for here from Jameis or I don't know, Gino, whatever, down, whatever at the ball, and Sue Bird just goes, oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
I love not like again. I'm
I
a
got
basketball
no
player.
fucking clue.
I don't
Yeah,
fucking know.
That's
I like
gonna
that.
turn into like the Manning cast and all this shit's gonna turn into like we're just talking about whatever we want while we're watching the game. Which is
I like that way better. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I saw the Manning cast clips
Yes.
because like on Twitter, everyone's tweeting about those, and I'll actually watch those. They're funny clips.
If you're watching, like, if you need the game, if it's your team, you want the analysis,
Yeah.
you can get that. But otherwise, like,
Yeah.
fucking hang out,
Yeah,
have a good time.
if it's with Gino Jameis or the Manning cast with Brady and Marshawn,
I know what I'm picking. Yeah.
I'm gonna shivvy on over.
I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Dave Chappelle and the trans community, they have some issues. But Chappelle was on stage in Nashville this weekend, 18,000 people, and he posted a clip from that, which is a pretty big deal because usually, you know, everything from his sets are usually lock and key. And he said, you know, he said once again, I will sit down with the trans community. I love the thought that there's like, so they have like some meeting every month, and there's like a trans
they have a
leader
board,
that,
yeah.
like a pope or something that he can sit down with. But what most of it was the same old shit. I don't have a problem with them. It's all about the media. But the main thing I thought was interesting was he said that he has this documentary that he filmed during COVID that no movie studio would touch, and that all these film festivals have uninvited him. And if that's the case, like, you know, I've been saying all along, Dave Chappelle, you're not canceled. You're making $20 million a special. You're in front of 18,000 people on stage all the time. If truly no movie studios were willing to touch him, I guess there's something there. But that sounds crazy to me.
That
I
sounds
can't believe
insane.
that nobody would make this documentary.
I don't believe it.
Neither I
What
don't
what
want
a
to
cla-
call him
he
like
has
a
such a
liar,
good relationship
but
with
it's
Netflix. Like Netflix didn't buy it.
It feels like one of those things that people do on Twitter when like they quote tweet one person, be like these fucking idiots are saying this. Like, no, one person said that. Like, and then they use it as a reason to like make their statement even harder. Maybe someone turned down. I don't know. Look, I don't know. I obviously have no idea, no inside info here. But I find it exceptionally hard to believe that
Right?
zero movie studios want to work with Dave Chappelle.
I couldn't believe it, but I was like, you know, I did like 50 different versions of 1 Minute Man today, and because I was like, I can't just be like, no, you're lying, Dave. But I kind of feel like he is.
But
It's
like
that
Netflix
was
puts
the-
out his specials
Yeah,
like
that's-
once every few months. So what
that
are you
was
talking
weird.
about?
So then what he
But
ended up
that was
doing-
his last one with this deal.
Right.
So
he
they
probably
might
would have had
like
to have
the
a whole-
closer was the last one with this deal.
I
Which, by the
could
way,
see-
just wasn't that good a special.
No, that's you know
That's what gets like kind of clouded in all this. Like it wasn't that.
I didn't watch it because I thought like I heard so much about the cancel culture. Like I don't care about comedians
Well,
talking about cancel culture
That's
anymore.
the main thing is like Chappelle really is not saying anything that's too offensive to the community, but when you make like 4 specials in a row and you don't stop talking about them, they're gonna be like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Which I think he actually understands. That's why he's like, I don't have a problem with them. He has a problem with all these like the corporate people who are not producing him and uninviting him from things and all that. Even that, it's kind of like, you're supposed to be this like badass fucking comedian. Just be like, I don't fucking care. But what I do respect is that he just said, fuck it, self-produced it, went and got 2 Oscar award-winning directors, and now he's screening it for 10 major cities across the country. So
I can't
all
wait
of that
to see it. I
aside,
bet
that's just a
awesome.
baller move.
I bet it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, well, you know what? I also, maybe, I don't know. I feel like a lot of these things that are like, the comedians over COVID, it's like, I don't know, we've seen a lot of it, and but I'm sure it's like top-notch, you know, A-list people. But
I'm sure it's gonna be. 'Cause I think that's when Chappelle's at his best now. I think his last 3-4 sentences have been like, okay.
Yeah, they're
I
all
actually my favorite one of his was the fucking I forget what they're all called, but the one where he's sitting by himself. Well, he's not by himself at all. That's what stand-up comedy is. But the one where he's sitting on the stage like in a small theater.
Yeah.
In a small.
He,
I think it's
he
in
put
LA.
out 2 at once. And
Yeah,
I think
it's one
one
of
was
those.
big and one was like kind of small.
Yeah, it was like that was my favorite one because he was like kind of like interacting with the crowd and shit like that. And I think when he's just kind of off the rip, like just talking, he's a very interesting and smart
Yes.
guy. And when his specials just they haven't done it before. Even this one in particular, I don't even think he was trying to be funny.
he's in a weird spot where I don't think it's like jokes as much as it's like I have a point and I want to like speak and give like a speech on it. But also it's like he's just got to get over
Maybe
this.
like
move
put out
on.
this like. It's tough to say like put it out as a philosophy special.
Yeah, but it's not a comedy
but, like,
special.
Yeah,
it's
don't
just like,
market it as
like
stand-up.
I mean, 846 or 7. That was not. You know, that was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what to call it, but it's not a comedy special. It's like he's putting out these like human interest videos.
Which
and,
I think
and
his
that's fine.
perspective is always interesting.
sure.
But it's not what people.
It's just
are.
not a stand-up comedy routine. But
You think he'll do creep with
Like
Pump Pump
he
in Arizona?
did.
I want to do creep with him.
We saw him do this special.
Poor idiots with fucking Dave Chappelle doing great.
We saw him do this at 9/11, the Madison Square Garden at 9/11, and we just thought he was drunk riffing, and it was like, oh no, that was his special.
That's just
Oh,
kind of what he
really?
does
yeah.
now. Yeah.
We kind of
He
walked
was
out because
drunk,
he's like I'm shit faced. It wasn't like us being like David. He was very clearly like he's like I'm drunk as shit, and we just thought he was kind of up there drunk, like kind of messing around. And then when the closer came out, I was like, oh no, he was doing his set.
That's how he goes. Yeah. It's just like we got to move on, guys. We got
Yeah.
We can't just keep doing this, you know. So, but I do think it's badass to just say like, fuck. Are you not gonna produce any of my shit? Fuck you. I'll do it myself.
Totally.
And I'm sure.
Same thing
you know,
during
But
COVID
also,
when he's like,
what-
nobody's doing shows, I'm doing shows.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
At what point does that become like? It's not that he's doing it himself; it's just his company is doing it.
Well, that's
because
where
like you're worth
also-
like $300 million.
I can't believe he was even.
I'll
looking
do it
to get
myself.
Produced in the first place. Like,
Yeah, you will.
Just self-produce that shit. Like you should self-produce everything from here on out.
Yeah.
The only thing I can imagine is you want to distribute it. You want it to be on HBO
Yeah,
Max.
yeah.
You want it to be on Netflix. You want it to
We
be.
That
should
makes
say
sense,
that
you're
more
right.
about Barstool. We self-produced like a bunch of this. We're
There you go.
self-producing the rundown today.
We're, like no major labels would. Fucking
Nobody
sign
would
Pump Pump,
fucking touch the
so
rundown.
We did it
So we're
ourselves.
self-producing it.
All right. So second half of the rundown is brought to you by
Black Rifle
Black
Coffee.
Rifle Coffee. What do we got here? We got the Just Black Rifle Coffee. It is made by an American veteran of war who was out in the fields of Iraq, who just loved his coffee so fucking much he would take his artillery, his weapons, whatever, and he was making like makeshift coffee machines. Coffee machines? That's not what it's called.
Coffee
makers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee makers to make a good cup of coffee out there. Came back home and said, I'm gonna make the best goddamn coffee in America, and that's exactly what he did with Black Rifle Coffee Company. This is a medium roast where they've got all different flavors, all different roasts, all different types. Gets delivered right to your door. It helps support front lines and first responders, and it's a strong quality cup of coffee, which is what everybody needs. So you can go to blackriflecoffee.com/rundown, use code rundown, and get the freshest coffee in America shipped right to you all across the country today. Black Rifle Coffee, go get it.
You buy a bag, they give a bag.
Right.
Sick.
This Manchester United legend, Peter Scholes, his daughter,
Well,
girl,
That's his girl.
I believe her name is Ashley, posted a video of her dad. Some people said sucking toes. She's not sucking.
He's
not
non.
sucking her toes.
He's non
He's
there.
chewing
Yeah.
her toenails for her.
Yeah.
Which I know some people do. I know some people bite their
You're a
own toenails.
fucking
Bite their own
animal.
toenails?
You're
If you
disgusting.
bite your own nails at all, you're a
I can
fucking
do it.
animal.
I can do it. I don't, but I can.
Do you
it.
know from experience?
I have. When I was like young, sure, but as an adult, you can't.
Putting your own
And
feet in your mouth is.
if-
It's disgusting.
It's
savage.
grotesque.
Fight, try to get your toe in your mouth.
My foot, no
Try to
chance.
get it. Try to
No,
get it.
no way.
Look, I can do it.
Stuff's
No
already
way.
cracking.
I
Stuff's
can,
already
I
cracking.
can do it. No
You're not
problem.
even
Look at this,
close.
Ready? I could.
That's fucked
No
up.
problem.
Dude, I think your nails, like any, I don't understand how you
I think I could do
become nail biters. It doesn't make any sense to me. You're fucking animals.
The toes are even.
The toes-
Toes are more
That's
disgusting, but
animal.
toes, I guess, actually haven't been touching shit all fucking day.
Yeah,
at least.
biting your nails is disgusting. That's why I clip them all day long. Because if I don't, I bite them, and it's definitely a nasty habit. But here's the thing: no matter what, we are talking about chewing and biting your own fingernails and toenails.
Your daughters.
Your daughters now.
Your 20-year-old hot daughters.
Big difference.
I guess
if he's-
this is more weird than chewing your 20-year-old
ugly
son's
daughter?
toes.
What about if it's your ugly daughter's toes? Would you rather chew your hot daughter's toes? Or your
No,
ugly
because then you're like,
daughter's toes?
what's he really like? It gets even more perverted. He's like, that's the
this
thing.
is disgusting.
Just putting your mouth on your fucking kids is weird.
And it says, so she posted it and said, that's what's crazy. It's not like it was like an embarrassing hack or something. She posted it and says true love. And I just can't wrap my head around this one at all.
Do you think she calls him daddy while he does it?
I probably. Probably.
She's
You
British,
think
maybe
he
it's
jerks
puppy.
off while he's doing it?
The
I mean, there's
fucking
got to be some
puppy.
sort of weird fucking incestual
Yeah,
feeling.
this is just, bro. This
Something
is
about
true
it is
love.
weird.
This is what they talk about when the Puritans came into America, and these are the foundations we're built on, where
It does
we're
feel-
embarrassed about sex and romance and
It does feel weirdly like British or something.
I
Like,
love
don't
that
know
they
when you guys
make
over
the
there.
champ Paul Scholes. He sucks his daughter's
The
toes.
I mean, that's it.
It's good
Whoever,
stuff, yeah.
So who's Man U's like rival?
Man City.
Man City. So I mean, that's
Liverpool's also
Man
one.
City, and this guy's like top notch, like.
I
think he was
don't
I think
know.
he
I
was a
don't know
legend.
him. I'm,
Okay, because
it does say legend, but I don't. My soccer knowledge goes back about 5 years.
The most ammo you need forever.
I think that fuck, what was I gonna say?
I can't wait for troops and expressions to just be talking a million miles a minute in some language I don't know, and then just be like, "Yes, I can know his toes, man."
Dude,
That is
when
as
I
weird
was
as
a
it
kid,
gets.
I got like a really bad cut on my like thumb, and my dad was like, "Suck it, suck it." I guess you're supposed to do that, like that stops the bleeding.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're not doing it right." And he like went to do it. And I was like, "Get fuck." I was like,
I'll
5.
figure it out.
And I was like, "Dude, I'll fucking bleed out and die right here. I don't care." So to have like put your mouth on your 20-year-old daughter's thing is not. I remember very vividly. I was doing forward roll down a hill and I like hit like a piece of glass.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Oh, you gotta suck it." And I was like, "I'll handle this, dude. You
Figure
get
it
the
out,
fuck away from
weirdo.
me."
Figure it out, pops. Don't fucking suck my
Yeah. Well,
fucking fingers.
also, like this is like an attractive woman who is an Instagram model of sorts. It seems.
you gotta you gotta know what you can and
Yeah,
can't post.
Don't post that.
But also, like, doesn't she just go to like fucking wherever the feet people are?
Manicures,
Pedicures?
Pedicures? Wait, is that her?
Yeah, she's
Whoa.
she's a baddie.
Bonk.
Whoa.
Bonk, bonk.
Those are.
Oh yeah, but these are like those.
What's that noise?
Dave Sneaker.
That was
Those
the loudest squeak I've ever heard.
the comments on that are her dad being like,
You're hot.
"You're hot," and
Ugh.
Dude, come on. You can't be posting flame emojis for your daughter.
There was that weird story years ago, probably 3 or 4 years ago, where Marty Jannetty, wrestling legend, I don't know if you could really call him that, he wanted to date his adopted daughter. Like, he adopted this girl when she was super young, and then he
Shout
put
out
up a
Woody
Facebook
Allen.
post
I was gonna
saying
say.
like, "Hey, is it weird if we date now? Like, we've been soulmates for 20 years." And it's like, yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Super
Definitively
weird. Could
weird,
not be
bro.
more weird unless you were sucking her toes.
Goodness gracious, this chick is pretty. Pretty girl. We also got, we'll keep it with the weird, awkward stuff for a moment. There's going to be 2 sex scenes in the FortNite movie.
Yeah.
The what?
Yeah. There's going to be
They're making a Fortnite movie.
Is it cartoons or like live,
I think it's live action.
okay, so that makes it better in my mind.
Yeah,
for sure.
of
Okay.
course.
I thought for a second we were doing cartoon sex.
No. There is.
So it's like someone's going to play, like, I don't know, the FortNite guy.
Kinda
and
like-
there's gonna be
Is there a
hot-
Fortnite guy? By the way, I am
there's a
getting
bunch
into
of
video
Fortnite
games
guys.
tonight.
Whoa.
Once a year, once like fall comes and there's bad weather, there's always one night a year I try and get into video games.
What
I'm
game you
doing
trying?
Don't know.
Oh,
I was gonna
okay.
tweet out. I'm gonna download
Oh,
3
Bob.
games tonight.
Bob, you're downloading 0 games. You're going to try. It's going to take like an hour. You're
No,
not
it's
gonna
set
play any
up.
of them.
It's still set up. I
No,
do it
you
every
don't.
year.
But
Downloading
you don't
the
realize
games
how
will
long
take
the
long.
game
Yeah.
downloads and updates take.
No, I know. I have them all.
Take
From
8
last year, I
hours.
have Red Dead Redemption 2.
All right, all
I got
right.
Tony
Oh,
Hawk
you're
Pro
playing
Skater.
old games.
I'll play whatever games people say to play. I just
But that's what I mean. You go home tonight and download some new shit. You're going to go to bed before you have the game.
really. It's that
Yeah.
long.
Yeah. It's a long time.
Yeah.
All right, I'll stop
It's
at Best Buy
bullshit.
on the way home.
Oh, you're going to go buy the fucking disc? Okay.
Even then, you put the disc in and
It
you
takes
gotta
that
download
long
it
to
anyway.
download a game?
Like
No.
6 hours now. But
so.
I was gonna say, saw Eternals last night. Marvel's first sex scene in that movie.
Really?
Yep.
How aggressive are we talking?
Not aggressive. You could see like 2 people naked on top of each other making out.
But no,
So
you
you
know,
could
they're covering
tell
everything, like-
covering everything.
Yeah.
Rob
That's rated-
Stark
rated
is
PG-13 or
on
rated
top
R?
of it.
It's gotta
Rated
be
PG-13. Yeah.
I was thinking like Fortnite was making like a cartoon movie, and I was like, what are we doing
I
here?
think it's live
With,
action.
Yeah, that makes
Which
a
like
little
if
more
you're
sense.
I saw Free Guy. That's like a video game movie. I could picture a
Didn't
sex
like
scene
Free
in
Guy.
that movie. You didn't
a lot
like
of
it.
people, a lot of people.
Your girl's
liked
in it. Camille Costick.
Yes, yeah, in like a big role.
Yeah.
Like a pretty
She's like a lot
sizable
of scenes with Ryan
It
Reynolds.
was fun. I, you know, as a video game like nerd growing up, it was cool. But I thought some people were really hyping it. I think I went in.
Oh, I didn't think it was
Well, I-
revolutionary. I just thought it was a funny movie.
People-
Taika Waititi made me laugh.
Yeah.
People have said it was very, very funny, or very, very good, and I could see myself not liking it, so I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's just.
You'd probably like it.
Yeah, I like it.
It's just-
That seems like an
mindless
insult.
comedy.
But
Turn
people
your
tell me
mind
I like a
off.
movie. It
Funny.
seems like an insult to me.
Well, you don't.
Like-
you know, you like.
Like you're a fucking idiot. You'd like it.
Yeah. I mean, when I say like it's a Feitelberg movie, I mean this is a piece of shit that a moron would like.
But you know what? When you say that, I'm like, you know what? I love
would
The
enjoy it.
Equalizer. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
You know what it is? John will call it a good movie, and I'll say it. I'll be entertained.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
the
it
same
comes down.
thing. We're just using different words.
Did you watch? Have you watched Dune?
No, I was gonna go see that tonight, but then I decided because of the rain tonight's video
Video
game
games.
night.
Dune was awesome.
Dune
I
was
love
awesome.
Dune.
I'm gonna hate the shit
You're
out of
gonna
Dune.
hate it.
Yeah,
Right,
you're gonna like
I'm
Dune.
gonna hate
It's-
Dune.
You're gonna hate Dune.
Yeah.
Hate it.
I really want
I-
to see it, but I'm not gonna.
I
like it.
fucking loved Dune.
No, your boy will get you through it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's pretty cool in it. Dune, I thought was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I've seen the people who are complaining about it are saying that nothing happened, which is like you're telling me the sky's yellow. Like you can not like the movie, but don't tell me that nothing happened, because if anything, I think it's so fast paced that there's a bunch of shit that happens where it's like, whoa, that happened quick, and bam, that like.
I heard
It's
that
a
the
lot.
last line of the movie is "This is only the beginning," and that's some bullshit.
Well, it's this
It's called Dune Part 1.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't called Dune Part 1
they
until
didn't-
Part 2
they-
just
no,
dropped
no,
30
but they
seconds
didn't
ago.
advertise that.
In the beginning, like the title sequence says Dune.
But
Part
they
1.
but they didn't hype like that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it
that
was
they
called
were
on the
Dune.
poster.
And that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
That is some bullshit, but it was smart because they're like, people are gonna hate that, you know. And also, it sounds like there was some kind of beef about like the studio versus the director, and like, will there be a part 2? And you got to prove that you can make the money first.
I think the
which
director
crazy.
wanted to call it Part 1, and the studio's like, we're putting this out as Dune, and we'll see about a Part 2.
Right, and it was like, you're fucking crazy. There's definitely gonna be a part 2.
Yeah, that was
You got,
with that
you got
cast.
Zendaya, you got Timothée Chalamet, you got awesome
Fucking Josh
special
Brolin,
effects.
fucking what's his tits? Who's
Ball.
Aquaman?
Momoa.
Momoa.
Yeah, he was
Who's the
great.
name of Leto Aldrich?
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
He's from
He's
Star
Oscar,
Wars.
I put
fucking
Oscar
great.
Isaac in.
He's a
Yeah,
great
that was
looking guy.
always gonna have a part 2.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
I was,
thought it was awesome.
surprised by like Zendaya's like barely in the movie at
I
all.
know. She's in like the flashes, but she's barely. If you were going into that movie for Zendaya, you're disappointed.
That's like I don't think that might be a similar situation to what happened in the new Bond. Have you seen that yet?
I know,
well,
but I
that's also
heard
because
Ana
of
de
the-
Armas is like not in it.
She became Ana de Armas during the pandemic.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That
when it
movie's
was shot,
fucking 4 years old.
she never changes that. She doesn't die. Sorry for the spoiler, but she's only in one outfit.
Yeah,
She's
that
in
black
a
dress,
single
right?
dress for the entire, and she's in the trailer more than she's in the movie.
I would have thought she was like the Bond girl.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
honestly
makes sense.
thought she was like the Bond girl for the whole movie.
Right.
Everyone said
Because
she's in
that
like
was
10
slated
minutes.
to come out in March of 2020. Knives Out came out December
just come
2019,
out.
so
Yeah.
she had just popped because of that, and the pandemic hit. So and then she started dating Affleck. She didn't become Ana de Armas before that movie got filmed.
She was
so
busy doing threesome movies with Keanu.
She's in a threesome with Keanu. Oh
What?
yeah. I forgot
That's
about
the
that.
best worst movie you've ever seen in your life.
What movie? Oh wait, no, I remember you tweeting about this.
It's
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
bad.
It was
free pizza. How was
it's
I
like a
supposed
horrible
to say
scam.
no?
I
They bury
interviewed
him
a
up to his
guy.
head. They're gonna smash his head with a fucking gravestone. It's crazy.
I interviewed a guy today who is in the new John Wick, and he said every story about Keanu completely true, greatest guy he's ever worked with.
believe it.
Just another guy to add to the tally of like,
Yeah.
yep, he says Keanu Reeves is the man.
I gotta find one. I gotta find one story that's bad about him.
I don't think you will.
Everybody's got one.
We'll just make one up.
I was gonna say.
No, not
Either
about
give me a real
Keanu.
one, Keanu, or
Not
I'm
about
making one up
Keanu.
that's worse.
I
All
have a
right, couple
quick
more
fact
things
check.
here.
The FortNite sex thing might be a hoax. Might have come from a parody account.
Might be a hoax.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So-
I
Well,
actually
we talked
thought that
about
at
the
first.
eternal sex scene anyway.
Yeah. We got a Catholic brawl
What?
in church. This dude storms the altar, and I couldn't really hear what he was saying, but you know, he's probably babbling about vaccines or masks or fucking whatever in this world. And the priest is like, I'm not having this. I'm walking out of here. And then the Catholics bum rush the altar here, John. Watch how many people join the fight here.
There's Sully. There's O'Malley. Yeah. McLaughlin just came in.
There are no
just
rush
clean,
really
right?
either. They're
It's
kind of
just-
just sauntering up there.
These are just non-stop blue-collar guys. Will come
The
in.
fucking yellow jacket. I think Jersey Jerry's in there. I
Every
think the Union
dude
Boys
is in
are
a
there.
work jacket, like came off the fucking yard.
They're like,
That is
Jesus
unbelievable.
Christ. If I don't go up there, I'm gonna hear from Linda later.
Yeah. I would be the guy.
I got
on
a
the
roast in
outskirts.
the oven at home. We gotta get the fuck out of here.
By the way, this dude like kind of holds his own, considering there's like 50 guys.
He has
there.
to be dragged out of there like he's a WWF
I
heel.
was gonna say, like, he's Jesus.
Yeah, I said the Catholics. I have no idea what church this is. It kind of looks
I mean,
like a
that's
weird
a Catholic church.
one. It looks
Gotta
a
be.
little wacky.
They got Jesus in there.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not a Catholic church. There's too many people there. No one goes to Catholic church anymore. That could be a Christian church, but it's not a Catholic church. Those things are empty.
And speaking of the Catholics, Jim Caviezel used to
yeah.
play Jesus in The Passion of the Christ.
Ever heard of him?
He is apparently hardcore QAnon. Was at like the big QAnon conference.
QCon.
And delivered a speech where he just ripped off Braveheart. He did the old, like, you may run and live, but you'll never really have lived. And
Fight and you may die. Run and you'll live. For at least a while. And dying in your beds many years from now, would you have been willing to trade all the years from this day to that for one chance? Just one chance to come back here and tell our enemies that you can take our lives, but you can never take our freedom.
Lived, and you can take our lives, but you can never take our freedom. Poorly delivers it. And I don't think anybody at the conference, nor on the internet, realizes that it's Braveheart.
I like that move though, because like it's almost like someone going up and playing like a cover song that everyone knows, but they didn't know, which was the sad part.
So I feel
But if
like
you went up and gave
a
famous speech from a movie that people loved,
if
that'd
I
be
was
kind of
just
sick.
like, today we celebrate our Independence Day. I'm gonna give a big speech saying we will not go quietly into the night, and everyone's just like, yeah. You
What if
KFC
someone
at
did
the
that
speech?
for an Oscar speech? Like they just repeated the most famous monologue from the movie.
Just did the Jimmy
People
V
would
speech.
fucking go
Let it
crazy.
rip, man.
Yeah.
Did he delivers this speech so poorly
So bad.
that after I watched it, I Googled where Jim Caviezel was from and was shocked to find out he's American.
What is the
He-
accent?
it-
he has?
it was- I was like,
it's
his-
English
not
was his
like
second
British,
language.
it's not
His
English.
tone was so off,
So weird.
and his voice was so weird that I was like, oh, he must be from a different country. Like English can't be his first language. He's from Washington.
It was the weirdest, like,
Washington
half
State, I think. Somebody they say weird shit
non-accent
out there, but
I've ever heard in my life. Jim, awful. I just can't believe that they're. I mean, I guess it makes sense with him. You know, Mel Gibson tapped him for a reason.
dude,
But
it's
to be openly,
crazy that
openly
we.
Q and be like, you know, you got to fight with the spear of Saint Michael and the Holy Ghost is your shield. It was fucking whack.
But what's wild is we live in a time where we just quote, we broadcast videos of lunatics being like, we gotta fucking fight and kill everybody, and we quote to it like, yo, this is hilarious. like what?
pretty funny.
This is like they used to empty the streets when the Klan came out. Now,
now it's just like,
yo, you see what QAnon's been saying? This shit?
LMAO.
They are out of
How
pocket
pointy their
right now.
hats are. It's hysterical.
I was with a QAnon guy this weekend who was yeah. I tweeted about this. Because you left for KFC Radio.
Who was that?
Dude, I sat down. I was at Foxwoods. I went to see DeStefano, and I sat down to play blackjack, which I can't do because I can't count, at like 3 a.m. And this old dude, Keith, I'm using his real name. Usually I cover up people's names. I don't fucking care. His name's Keith. He's a dealer at Foxwoods. And he's this old dude. And it wasn't even like I think that guy's kind of QAnon. Keith sat down and was like, I'd love to tell you guys about QAnon.
Listen, when they're in, they want to tell you.
His pitch was that, I'll give it to you guys. You guys can decide if you like it or not. It was that
We could basically call you a recruiter.
Mind you, this was 2021. This is this past weekend, and he was like, "You guys seem like smart fellas. You're not dumb enough to think Michael Jackson's dead, are you?" We were like, I was like, man,
I would be like, hit, and I'm in.
yeah. I was like, well, the thing was,
the
he was so slow at, he was trying to do both. He really wanted to be dealing blackjack, and he wanted to be telling QAnon.
Right.
And he's just old enough that he couldn't really do both.
Right.
And we're like, Keith,
One or
pick
the other.
one. I don't even care which it is. Like, just choose one and focus on that.
We could just sit here and rip cigarettes and talk QAnon. We don't have to play blackjack, bro.
But he's like, you guys don't think Michael Jackson's alive, do you? Or dead, do you? And we're like, I haven't thought about that in 10 years. But I was
I
like,
didn't know
yeah.
that was a thing.
Yeah, no,
neither.
They're still alive.
And he goes, all right, let me ask you a question. What were Michael Jackson's last word before he died?
Right.
I was like, I have no idea, Keith. He goes, the best is yet to come. I was like, okay.
So clearly.
And he goes, and what were Donald Trump's last words as he left office? And I said, Keith,
God.
I got to guess. I got to guess what you're going to say.
I can tell you.
He goes, the best is yet to come. He goes, and how about this? If you Google Michael Jackson, Donald Trump on YouTube, only one video will pop up. He goes, everything else you YouTube, hundreds of videos, thousands of videos.
We're going to do this right now.
Oh, I did it at the table,
Yeah.
Kevin. Tons of videos. Keith was like, he's like, thank God to you then. It was.
Your YouTube is
But
compromised.
it's just millions of it.
So many
tons and
videos.
tons of videos.
So,
There-
I mean, some
he said that there was
cute,
just one single video that would come up, and it would explain to you how Michael Jackson's alive, and there just wasn't one single video.
There is so many.
So many
There are
videos.
so many. Michael Jackson's untold connection with Donald Trump. I mean, I'll watch that.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them
there's,
with interesting looking thumbnails.
there's not
yeah.
one single video. I
just
was like,
very
which one do I
funny.
watch? He's like, the one that pops up.
I love
like,
how
Keith, there
many-
isn't one, man.
The QAnon, like, I love how many things are rooted in stuff like that where you're just like, no, that's not true. And they're just like, well,
Yeah.
well then, on to the next thing.
I love there's the Flat Earther doc where they show them like at the end running the experiment where they're like, we're about to test the curvature of the Earth here. We're gonna shine a light and we should be able to see it because the Earth does not curve. And they're like, this is the definitive proof right here. And they do it and they're like, huh, we can't see it. That's weird. And then the movie just ends.
I saw some guy who was arguing. There was an abortion argument, and the guy's like, he put up a picture of like a fetus, and he's like, so you're telling me, like, you think that qualifies as a human, huh? And the guy's like, yes, I do. And he's like, well, it's a fucking kangaroo. And he was like, well, next topic, please. All right, that's it for the rundown. Anything post show?
Spider just found out that A-Rod and J-Lo broke up.
That's cap. That's cap. I just refuse to believe it. I want them to be
All
together.
right.
It's
That's
just a
bro, I
misunderstanding.
talked to you about this privately, and you just kept going with it.
No, I said that. You must have misunderstood me.
All right, I misunderstood that.
Spider-
No,
Okay.
Spider-
in
is-
my
is-
mind, they're still together.
Spider's
They're
shipping
married.
so hard for A-Rod and J-Lo, he just pretended.
No,
they're
you
still together.
pretended, man. You like all I consume is KFC radio. I was like, I know you're lying, motherfucker.
All right, that might have been cap too. Big Ev and I saw J-Lo and A-Rod together. Like when we first started working here, right by the office. They like walked by us. We ran up to them. Whatever. Point being, I still believe that they're together.
True love.
Yeah, I
Alright.
get that. You're
can't
invested.
separate
You've
them.
met him. You're invested. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
What you don't see, you don't believe.
We're doing Spider Whispers over
What was
there?
that whisper?
God, you can't share
What
with
did
the
you
whole
just
class?
whisper?
I asked if our fearless leader was still.
He asked if Dave left. I said yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweet.
Not that.
I don't think
yeah.
he left. Did he leave?
World
I thought I saw him leave.
Series tonight. I saw a map that said like the whole country except for the state of Texas is rooting for the Astros, and I get that
Wait,
people
you mean the Braves?
Yes,
Oh.
and I get that people don't like the Astros because of cheating, but like, I mean, rooting for the Atlanta Braves that's not a thing. Nobody does that.
Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Kill the narrative! Let's go, baby! Bring on the Stros!
I agree. I don't,
I don't
think
think
anyone's
people in
gonna watch
Atlanta
it,
root for
but,
the
like,
Braves.
Yeah. The
I'm
Rocky
rooting
kept
for the
being-
Astros
didn't-
to lose more than I'm rooting for
That's
the Braves
fair.
to
That's
win.
fair. I mean,
I
Rocky
don't
keeps
even
being
care.
like the Astros fans are like such a great bunch. They deserve this. I'm like,
Fuck
Astros
'em.
fans are like notoriously the worst.
Yeah.
Like they probably like won't sell these games out.
Yeah. Astros fans stink. Braves fans stink. I'm actually
kinda
rooting
like
for
the
the
fact that the
Astros
Astros-
because I think that it's kind of a good fuck you, and because I got so annoyed with people doing the complaining with the cheating stuff, even during the Red Sox
The
series.
Astros have basically, in my mind, like vindicated themselves. Where it's like, all right, we were cheaters, but we're also just fucking good enough
Right.
to do it without it. What are you feeling? Excited?
I feel good. Yeah,
Yeah?
I'm excited.
What do you
I've
think
never
your
seen him
chances
play in
are?
the World Series for.
Oh yeah, you're not. Yeah, this is their
Yeah.
first
Is
one.
Is that a
right?
World Series hat? You got the World Series patch
No, it's
on?
the
this year?
All-Star Game patch. I
Oh,
bought
gotcha.
it in protest.
Gotcha.
I think we have a really
Speaking
good.
of QAnon.
The second they announced it was gone, I was like, I just want it because nobody else would have it. I think we have a good chance.
Do you?
I think,
Yeah.
I think our pitching's better. I think their lineup's probably a little bit better, but
Isn't McCullers pitching the series?
no. He's
No?
done. He's out.
Interesting. And who has home field?
They do.
And that's based on record.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm rooting for you.
I appreciate that, Bob.
Go,
Yeah,
let's
I'm
win this World Series.
I'm actually not rooting for
Definitely
it,
not.
just as rooting for the Astros. I'm pretty indifferent about the whole thing, so I'm rooting for you too.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm not. Fuck the Braves.
I can respect that.
Yeah. I'm actually, part of me kind of wants the Braves to win because I think it would like light a fire under the Cohen. So, and I also think the Braves might like chill a little bit if they win theirs. You know what I mean? Like if
Chill, like how?
like if it comes down to like going over the luxury tax in the next couple of
Yeah.
years and shit like that, where it's like, you know what, we already got our titles, so
Do you
we're not
think
gonna
they
spend the
care about
money.
getting Acuna one?
What?
Do you think they care about getting Acuna one?
No.
It is.
And they
It
want
does
one.
suck that if it does not suck that they could win the World Series, but like if they did it without him,
Yes,
I
that
would feel
blow.
so bad
And
for him.
also, I mean, they're set up for years to come as is. So,
Yeah.
you know, if they win this, it's not like they're going to disappear. It's not like their window's closed by any means. But I'm just thinking, you'd be more inclined to maybe be like, take your foot off the gas a little bit if you won one. That's my only silver lining to the Braves winning the World Series.
Let me tell you something about winning, Kevin. You just want to win more. You just
This guy.
once you get that one win, there's
Okay,
nothing.
that's the rundown.
There's
That's the
nothing
rundown.
better
That is the
than
rundown.
the next championship.
That is the rundown.